Greetings and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Neverwinter Nights with me, Ryan, that fantasy guy. Now, when we left off last time, we had quite the adventure. We left to fight Faerun, the young white dragon, which was at the bottom of the kobold caves. And we found some peculiar item on his person, which was a little bit of powder. And then we did what we said we would always do, go back and dispatch of the evil that was Donna. We've come back to the Adventurers Guild, and we have been greeted kindly by Drogon, who is now back to full-ish health. Now, we don't want to immediately leave, because we remembered there was that strange door inside one of the caves in the high forest. Now, we're going to have a look around the high forest to see if there's anything we missed along the way, and see if we can find a way to get the door open, essentially. So that is going to be the quest for today, and once we have completed that quest, we said that we would head off with Drogon to Pastures New and find out what's going on with these artifacts now that we have returned all of them to his possession. Right, as usual, I have got my berry tea in hand, prepared for the adventures that are in front of us. One of my favourite times of the evening, every time I record one of these. Always like to do it a bit later on at night. Nice lamp on by the side of my desk, playing a nice, beloved, relaxing Dungeons and Dragons title. I've tried to sort of replicate a lot of the things that I've learned through playing these D&D stories online in my actual D&D games. I run a campaign, and I have done for the same group for a long time, multiple different campaigns. Some ended badly, some ended good. But currently they are in the midst of a mid-level D&D campaign, which is going very well. Something that I might think about doing soon on the channel, maybe starting to film our D&D sessions, maybe putting it on YouTube and seeing what people think of them, if they enjoy our sessions. Right, so I wonder if this gentleman over here has anything new to say to me.
I greet you.
No, he does not. Okay. Is he still impossible to me? He's very difficult. Wow. He's like level 11. Because I am now level 7. Interesting. What would such a powerful ranger be doing around here? Right, to the high forest. Must remember that I've got that protection from evil spell. It's a very good spell. Makes us a nightmare for evil characters, essentially. Right, is there anything we have missed in this place? Let's have a look. Because I remembered that the map was still slightly grey, so I thought to myself, perhaps there may have been something that we missed here. Don't know how likely that's going to be. Some of it just looks very desolate to me, like there's nothing around at all. But there may have been something. You never know. I remember there being bandits here. Was there anything down here at all? There's a cave entrance there. No, nothing at all this way. What about in here? No, that was the other side of the strange door that we want to open. Okay. Bandits. Here. I wonder. There must be something I'm missing. I can't... Oh. Haha, the game has given it away. There is indeed something I'm missing. Another cave. Okay. Let's go and deal with whatever's in here. Donna.
Slit your throat!
Oh, bandits. Good. Luckily, they're now effortless to me. Bandit woman, bandit woman. Oh my god. That really does not sit well with me. End up slaying bandit women. And there was a trap. Oh my god. Run. Yep, Donna's got that. Look at this majestic paladin walking. Right, well let's loot this weapon rack whilst I am moving at 1 mile an hour. Nothing interesting there. Trap's gone. Excellent. Let's scroll out a little bit. Okay, more archers. I can't remember, did I take cleave in the last... Yes, I did take cleave. Excellent. Archer, archer, and who's that? Bandit chief. Okay. Why am I not cleaving then? Aha, there we go. Oh. I feel like he would have been quite difficult the first time we were here. Wow. Neither are locked, but I'd like you to come over here and take a look personally yourself. Is there anything on these at all, Donna? What are your skills? Search 12. Well, I'd like to think that by now we would have seen something. 300 gold. Oh. What a hoard. An unidentified ring. I've got... Ooh. Very nice. Garg's book. Oh, a key. The grease-stained, water-damaged book was obviously the journal of one of the bandits you killed. The writing is simplistic, and the poor spelling and grammar make it almost unreadable. Apparently the bandit was learning to be a scribe when a large stack of books fell over, landing on his head. The bandit must have taken a severe blow to the head, and he was fired from his job. Recently, he joined a small group of bandits. The bandits robbed and killed some merchants, finding a key and some notes about an old tomb. They burned the notes and have been looking for the tomb, hoping it will have riches within it. Interesting. Well, I'm going to hazard a guess. Ooh. And a katana. Very, very interesting. We'll pop them in there, because that's heavy stuff. I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark guess that the key we have just acquired goes to the tomb in the centre, or whatever, the door that's in the centre of this place, and it is a tomb. So let's go and have a look. Right. Back to the cave. How interesting. Right. Let's go in this entrance. In we go. Right. I'm going to rest here, and I'm going to buff purely on the premise that I don't know what's behind this door, and I've got a bad feeling about it. I wonder if she has any buffing spells to cast on me. Come and speak with me, Donna. Perhaps that you can help me prepare for battle more. Aid and bless. You can cast aid on me, please. Wonderful. We've got some temporary hit points and our saving throw and attack is increased. We will save it here. We're going to cast Divine Favor, Bless, and Protection from Evil. And is there any potions? Ah, a barkskin potion. Excellent. We will use that finally. Wonderful. And the key indeed works here. What do we... A mummy. Oh my.
Fall before me!
Oh, it's only moderate difficulty. Interesting. I wonder how difficult he would have been if we would attempted to kill him at level 3. She's still taking quite a bit of damage from him. Why am I not attacking? Oh, she's got a heal off. Good. He does a lot of damage. But I just feel that at this moment in the game, I have probably risen above his level of skill. So, the only thing in this room that is lootable, apart from the remains on the floor, we'll dispatch of the skeletons quickly. Okay, let's have a look inside this coffin. A belt. Interesting. Well, that is pretty much all I've got left to do in this area. Let's see if we're able to use our Ring of Mistress Hand. We are indeed. Fantastic. Well, what we'll do is we will go and identify our new items, pardon me, and then we will make the trip along with Drogon to wherever he wishes us to go. Hopefully somewhere interesting. Right, so we need the Blacksmith to identify some equipment for us. Ring of Scholars. I'm going to keep that because it might help me do identification in the future. Oh, actually, I've got the law skill. No, it can't identify that. Can I identify those? What else was there? Perhaps I can identify what's in Donna's inventory. No. And no. So even with that Ring of Scholars, I am still indeed useless. Right, let's speak to the smith.
Hail and well met.
I would like to see your goods. Right, so please tell me what this does. It's a Ring of Animal Friendship. That's worth a lot of gold. Okay. Sell that, sell those. Ring of Fortitude +1, perhaps we'll give that over to... We'll sell some of these. I don't need all of these gems. I can have some of them. The Tower Crystal. Okay. Now, we don't need invisibility or the bolts of frostbite or these. Let's identify this. A Sash of Simmering. 12 spell resistance. That is a kingly gift. I will use that. That gold necklace is worth a lot of gold as well. Let's identify what's in Donna's inventory. That is chainmail +1, and this is Katana of the North. That is a really, really good weapon. +1, massive criticals, and use endure elements. Unfortunately, neither of us use a katana. So that'll be that. Now, we know that Deaking is a bard, and I seem to remember us selling something to this lady. Yes, those. We will buy those back. We will buy them for him because I believe I will have him as a companion at some point, and that is absolutely unbelievable to have all of those. He'll have so many spells. Right, okay, I feel as though we are done. Let's go and say goodbye to this lady that promised me the night of my life.
Well, hello there.
Wait, what can I...
She doesn't have much to say to me anymore. Let's talk to Donna quickly. If that's what you want, I suppose we were too busy with our training to get to know each other at Master Drogon's. Tell me about yourself. What led you to Drogon? Oh, that's nothing special. I had heard of his reputation for training and that he was accepting students. You don't leave your clan without preparation, you know. So you were bored with the traditional life? I would have preferred to stay, but there are things I just couldn't support anymore. It's not something you'll be able to understand. I haven't really said I don't want to be a part of the clan. There are just a few things that I have to get to resolved before I go back. So you simply left? I wouldn't call it simple, no, but it had to be done. I didn't fit in with the way things were. It might seem a strong reaction. You'll notice that my chosen surname of Trapspringer isn't a traditional dwarven name. It's just something I had to do. What happened that made you feel this way? That's my own business. I'm sorry, but I don't know if I'm ready to talk about it. Besides, we've got important things to do. Talk to me some other time. I'll feel more like it then. I wonder if she's ready to talk. You said you gave up. You said you gave up your name. Why? I didn't give it up. I've just chosen not to use it for now. It was a personal decision. I'm not sure I can make you understand. You see, dwarven surnames are granted by the clan elders. You must honour it or be stripped of it and exiled. I couldn't abide by some of the decisions of the elders, so I have chosen to not associate with them. It was not an easy thing to do. What happened to cause you to do this? I'd have to tell you a bit about myself to really explain, and I don't think I want to go into everything all at once. It was not a good time in my life. See, I follow Vergadin, the Shortfather, god of wealth and luck. It wasn't long ago that females weren't allowed to be clerics in his service. 1358 Dale Reckoning saw the reordering of the gods, and Vergadin began accepting us. Clan elders didn't like it, but they certainly couldn't say a god was wrong. Most of the elders came to accept it over time, though there are those that shunned me from time to time. Nothing official, but it was evident. Is that it? They lost? Why let their opinion bother you? I understand your anger at not being accepted. Oh, I really couldn't care less about being accepted by those old rock pushers. No, there were other things that bothered me. See, my family suffered for my forward thinking. I had a sister, and she had some trouble because of me. She didn't fare as well as I did. She was younger, you see, and maybe I should take a while to dig up what I really need to say. If that is what you want, it is. Thank you for your patience, Grarius. That's interesting, actually, because she's clearly talking about the fact that she's a cleric. So it's an interesting two classes to take, a rogue cleric, and I'm glad she's opening up about why exactly that is.
Yes?
Let's stop and talk for a moment. You were about to tell me about your sister. Was I? I suppose I was. It might be good to talk about it. It was kind of my fault what happened. Kind of. I was the upstart that made the clan elders all huffy, and she wanted to be like me. She thought all it took was going against what they said. She never wanted to cause any harm. It all just got blown out of proportion. I'm listening. It's hard to accept that she was punished over such a little thing. It seems so pointless, so sad. I followed the spiritual path. Trickery too, but spiritual. She was all blades and glory. She wanted to follow our father into the elite guard. There was no obvious sign that this should be tolerated, not like in my case, so the elders forbade it. She sought training anyway. When it was discovered that she had defied what was best for her, she was banished for a time to learn what she had lost. I assume there's more to it than that. Much more. She made a life as an adventurer, but there was unforeseen consequences. Suffice it to say that all did not go well, and in the end I decided I felt better away from certain influences. I hope you understand. If that's all you want to say, that's your choice. I just need some time to figure it all out. I've been avoiding the subject for quite a while now. Just give me a little time. We'll talk again, I'm sure. I want to know what's going on with this woman. What happened to her sister?
Yes?
I have my ring on... Oh. Stop talking about it. There's nothing else we can talk about. No, we'll keep her as a rogue cleric. It's an interesting combination. I know I can swap it and make her one or the other, but I find that very interesting. Right, let's continue onwards. That was a very interesting conversation indeed. Right, back to Drogon. Let's see. Where we're going, essentially. I hope somewhere interesting. Gralius has had a taste for real adventure now. You know, he likes the exploring, the cave dwelling, the dungeon delving. All of it is very interesting to him. Right, Drogon.
I trust you're ready to leave for the desert then.
I am indeed, yes. I am ready to go.
Good. If the gods smile on us, then the situation is not as dire as I fear. If not, well then, I wish you the best of luck.
Okay.
The caravan makes slow progress as it leaves Hilltop, trudging through snowy hills for several weeks, before finally, the vast wasteland of the Anarok Desert opens up before you. This is a parched land, said to be the bones of the once great Netheril Empire, its complete destruction a mystery, lost to the passing of ages.
I think this spot's gonna have to do for the night. Let's set up camp, and make sure it's secure this time, Torius.
I have 2 words for you, dear cousin. Bandits and asleep while on watch. That's more like 5 words. And besides, I've had a full stomach that night. You can't expect a man to stay awake all night after eating a pot of roast, can you? Just be careful, will you? Dashanya's predicted some troubles and I don't want to take any chances. Dashanya's always predicting trouble. Between you and your companions and that odd little kobold we hired outside of Hilltop, our group is much larger than it normally is. I'm surprised we haven't drawn more attention by now. I trust crossing the desert isn't completely unbearable. You'll be alright for the night? Where are my companions? Well, the big half-orc kept complaining about the sand and finally went indoors a couple of hours ago. Can't imagine what he's up to. And for the dwarven lass, she's right here with you. Been whispering sweet nothings with Tarius for half the trip, I see. Just exchanging a trade secrets, nothing more than that. Are we talking about the same Tarius? I did have to threaten to break all of his fingers once. He's been a perfect gentleman ever since, I assure you. I'll have to remember that trick. My cousin can be a bit of a handful. Okay, I think I should get some sleep. I'll leave you alone then. You can handle yourself, I'm sure. Just be careful. The desert gets colder than you think during the night. And don't wander too far from the fire. If you need any assistance or have any questions, Zedan here can help you out. He's the guide I hired for us back at Black Sands. I would be most pleased to help. However, I am needed. Yes, well, that's the good. As for me, the desert makes me tired and cranky. I'm going to bed. Good night to you both. And of course, everyone arm yourselves! Excellent. And where are we being ambushed? Stingers? Oh my god.
Nobody walks away! Nobody walks away!
Right. Look at all these odd creatures. Alright, Donna, I've got you. Arise. Excellent. Kill these weird creatures.
Nobody walks away.
Right, okay. Stinger poison land. Right, that's the lot of them, I believe.
Damn. Where is Zydan? Have you seen him?
I don't know. Is he in one of the wagons? No, he's not. He was out here fighting. I saw him. Damn it. Anyway, we need him in order to cross the desert. Tarius, is there any sign of him? Nope, nothing. He just up and vanished. As near as I can tell. Damn it. I know this is too good to be true. We can't go anywhere without our guide or we'll be lost for sure. Do you want me to look for him? Let me put it this way. We can head back to Black Sands and hope we don't get lost en route and delay our trip by about a week hiring a new guide. Or, you can volunteer yourself to go and look for Zydan and pray to the gods that those stingers haven't torn him apart for a late night stack. Your choice. Very well, I'll do what I can. Good, I'm glad that's settled. Should you need any supplies, by the way, I've plenty to sell you now. Let me see your stock. Okay. Nothing remotely interesting, really. Oh, but she does have a greater magic bag. Very interesting. Well, we may come back for that at some point. Let's talk to... Can we have Deacon and Donna?
Oh, the great hero has stopped.
I don't want to do his dialogue, I'm afraid. Oh, you want to travel with me? Can you fight? Can you cast spells? Can you at least carry stuff? Right, you're in. No, you can only have one henchman at a time. I'm not sure I want to get rid of...
Changes.
I'm not sure I want to get rid of Donna, really.
Yes? What do you need?
You were saying about your sister becoming an adventurer. Yes, I was seeing something about that. I'm not sure I really want to get into it though, I'm not used to such personal talk. What about you, Gralius? Why did you come to the Rogans? What is your story? I wanted adventure. So you were looking for excitement. I was too. I thought I was. Maybe I just wanted to get away. Could I be any more foolish? Our kind, we dwarves. We are very tough on the outside, and on the inside too. All this a reflection on failings and past mistakes. That's an elf's job. Silly, really. Everything would be fine if I didn't let any of it bother me. Just swing the pick and live through the storm. Why wasn't I content with that, Gralius? Why did I want to be Donna the Traps Springer? Why not King Mason or Stone Shear? Maybe if you finished your story I would understand better. Maybe, but I don't know it all and I don't know myself. Why do I get so worked up about this? I've lived my life. Is that so bad? Your questions make me remember, Gralius, and I'm not sure I like that. I've gone a long time without confronting where I've come from. Give me a little time. I don't want to talk about this right now. I don't want it to overshadow what we have to do. Okay. Well, as far as I can see, We are in a desert with no guide
I can't do that.
and a ragtag group of people by a caravan. Very interesting. Let's go and see Dashnaya.
'Tis a pleasure to speak with you.
Greetings, dear boy. How has your voyage into the Great Anarok been so far? It doesn't seem so great to me, Dashnaya. It is a desolate place, that's true. An immense wasteland that stretches many leagues in every direction. But it was not always so. Once it was great for more than its size. But then I am sure you have more on your mind than old tales, and have mostly been forgotten. What can Dashnaya do for you? Have you ever seen something like this? Your crystal. It radiates with great power, but it is a form of magic that I have never seen before. Such raw energy. I cannot, however, tell you more of its origin, not without guessing, and I do not wish to do that. I am sorry. Could you give me another reading? Not one as I did before. Perhaps for your destiny has not changed. I can, however, provide you some limited advice on your immediate future. That is up to you. I'm almost hesitant to ask, but is it possible for others to get a reading as well? Naturally, my dear. Be aware, however, that you may not like what I have to tell you. Why would you say that? Is there something you already know about my future? I see sadness, my dear. If you wish to know more about it, we could certainly sit you down and I could do a full reading for you. Actually, come to think of it, I'd rather not know. If there's sadness to come, I don't want to stand around wondering what I could have done to stop it. Thank you anyhow. See what you have in stock. Ah, there we go. So she would have been the vendor for the sorcerers and mages. There we go. There's all the spells. Not a great deal that we need, to be honest. Okay. Right. Now, I get the feeling that us going into this burrowed hole is going to be a lengthy crusade. One that I wish to do in one episode. So, on that premise, we will end the episode here. And we will come back to it in the next episode, where Gralius and Donna will go down into the burrowed hole and see what awaits them. Possibly more of those hissing sounds from the sounds I can hear. As always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy what you see, and if you do, please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot if you did. Have a wonderful evening. I've been Ryan, that fantasy guy. Good night.